Hello, YouTube. I wanted to do one more video on Chyna, aka Johnny Lauer, and it's just more bonus stuff. I was kind of pointing to the direction that she was an alcoholic, and she may have, and I think she was, but she had done other drugs as well. I think she had dabbled with cocaine when her and Sean Whitman or Waltman, X-Pac, were together, and probably some other stuff. Who knows? But the one thing I wanted to make reference to, or kind of use as somewhat of an analogy or whatever, is that for us fans of Joni's or Chyna's, we think that everything's going good, but we don't know what was really troubling her, and I don't presume to know what was troubling her. I mean, it's hard to know. I mean, you could have somebody who has a gazillion dollars and they're really famous and all, and they hate their life. And you're thinking, how can you hate your life? You're on the outside looking in, or you're living in the projects or in a trailer park somewhere, and you're thinking, I'm one of your biggest fans, and how in the hell can you be depressed? I should be depressed because I'm living with the cockroaches, literally, like 5,000 cockroaches. I got cockroaches running around in dune buggies, and you living in the goddamn mansion, and you're bored and you're depressed, and you're gonna commit suicide. The fuck, man. There was a woman bodybuilder. Her name was Shelly Beatty. She, if you remember the TV show American Gladiator, she was on there for a little bit. I forget what her character's name was. As a matter of fact, she was in the movie. You didn't really get to see her face, but she was right there at the end of the movie, Hot Shots Part 2. And when at the very end of the movie, when the two women are competing with one another and they're kind of fighting with one another, and then it shows them going through the American Gladiator thing, and the two women, one of them's Ray Hollett, and the other one was Shelly Beatty, and the two women knock them off the pedestals or whatever it was, and she was in there in that movie somewhere, but you just couldn't see their faces. Well, I think it was 2008. Shelly Beatty hung herself. I didn't find out until like 2011 or 2012, and I was a fan of Shelly Beatty's, and I periodically asked myself, what would make a woman as pretty as she was commit suicide? And she hung herself. She didn't do like a lot of women might do and take some sleeping pills or slit her wrist or something like that, which is what women a lot of times would do. She actually, I don't know if she had rope or she hung herself from an electrical cord or what, but she hung herself. She went to go seek some help at some kind of place. I don't know if it was for depression or whatever, and supposedly she was bipolar, so I mean, whatever it was that was bothering her or things that were bothering her, she took her own life. And it's still, I'm still shaking my head about when I do have that thought go across my head about Shelly Beatty, and I'm thinking, never met the woman, but why would she kill herself? And it's the same thing with Joni. If she did take those pills deliberately and she wanted to go ahead and end her life, it's just, shaking my head kind of thing. I don't understand it. And for a fan like myself of either one of those women or anybody, I'm sure there are people out there still saying, still wishing that they could have gotten involved with Lane Staley's life and said, look, man, you got to stop this shit. And Lane Staley was the singer of Alice in Chains, if you don't know. But there's a lot of people who have passed away, and you're thinking, why did they throw their damn lives away? Couldn't somebody help them? And especially if you're fans of said person or said people, it's like you want to grab them around the shoulders and shake the shit out of them. Stop this. It's just, I don't know how ever since when I saw Joni on the Surreal Life and Celebrity Rehab, I started thinking she's going to be gone before you know it. She's slowly but surely destroying her own life. And I'm having to sit here and watch it, and it was hard for me to watch. I was like, I want to really go and shake the shit out of her and tell her, stop this madness. But it's kind of like when they show there's some of the video of Anna Nicole Smith when she had all that makeup on her face and she kind of looked like a clown, really, and she was talking, and she looked like she was in another world or something. I mean, she could barely form sentences and shit because she was on something. There's been some videos here of Joni, and where she looked like she either just woke up and she was still groggy. She was so tired that she did a video before she went to sleep, so she was groggy, or she was on something, whether it be some kind of smoking, injecting, snorting drug, or she was drinking. And she would make videos, and you're just thinking, Joni, I'm watching you destroy yourself. I don't like to see this shit. I'm sorry. I really don't.